feel like you're getting spoiled yet, because an official clip from Spiral Book of Saw has dropped. And a lot of people are saying this is the opening scene. Now, a lot of openings of Saw films are basically a trap, which kicked off the thing. They don't survive. It just leads you into the film. And it looks interesting. It could look interesting, but I've got high hopes for this because I'm someone who enjoys watching Saw. I kind of enjoyed the second Saw. 3, 4, and 5 pushed it, and everything after that just did not need whatsoever. Even when they wrapped it up with Saw, was it the last chapter? It wasn't needed. I honestly thought it wasn't needed, and they just gave us this twist again because it was a Saw film and it needed a twist, even though it was the last film of the franchise, supposedly. Yet it had to have a twist. And then they gave us Jigsaw, which I haven't watched. I flat out refused to watch it because it wasn't for the fact that it didn't look good. It was mainly because I was fed up with it's over, it's back, it's over, it's back, it's finished, it's back. And it didn't grab my attention, but this did. Spiral from the Book of Saw looks good. But we need to find out whether this official clip is going to hook people into actually going to want to watch it. Should it go stream or go into cinemas? Let's find out.
From the Book of Saw.
Okay, this has just dropped us in somewhere. Interesting. Interesting. So this is the train part where we see in all the trailers. It's a dummy just to lead you in. Ha ha ha. And he had the hat on. Ooh. That's one thing I've noticed as well. They've pushed more with the whole pig look. It's now... I haven't seen the puppet. I haven't seen Billy the puppet. And I like Billy the puppet. I know the pig was used as a mask to hide their identities when they were kidnapping the people. But this one, they're going all out. Because I even think the puppet in this one is the pig. Okay, we're straight in. Tongue in a trap. Do you know when you can tell blood's fake in a movie? That. If you're going to do the whole Saw thing of the jarring images and blah blah blah, and copy that straight to a T, you have to copy it straight to a T. So far, I hate to say it, this looks indie. Let's not judge too hastily. Let's get into it. Okay, interesting. We got a TV on a train track. It's a good thing no trains came through when they were setting it up. A lot of people look at the screen and go, oh, that looks tacky. And that's the point. Because it's supposed to copy the original Saw look of. It's this classic VHS thing. But this is just a TV that's there in the middle of a train station. In the middle of a train track. It's just there. So that visual, it looks like they filmed it on normal modern day cameras, normal modern day stuff. They've tried to edit it and manipulate it into different things to make it look completely different, to make it look like, oh, it's a Saw thing, but this is it. So yes, it looks tacky compared to how they used to do it in the original Saw movies, but I can see why it would look that way. This is all recorded, post-edited, and this is the video that they're watching when they get this. Also, the trap, it's not extravagant. However, I've already found plot holes because they've obviously had to set this up. Very lucky that there hasn't been a train come while the guy was unconscious. Just gonna put that out there. I don't think he was dropped from the roof just as he was waking up. Looks good though. Ooh, Okay, so he's got to jump off to rip out his tongue to save himself. If he ripped out his tongue, he'd just choke to death. Or am I the only one thinking that? He's on a train track. Train's coming, apparently. And he has to jump off, rip his tongue out. His tongue will then, well, wherever his tongue was, will then just piss blood. If not, where his tongue has ripped out of, if it hasn't ripped out the entire tongue, whatever's been pulled, that's torn, that goes into his throat and will just choke him to death. So, sorry. Oof! What would be quicker with less pain? It would be just tearing it out. For some reason my mind was telling me you'd get the barbed wire and go, but that would suck balls. So don't do that. You just jump and hope for the best. That you don't A, choke to death on your blood, B, choke to death on whatever tongue is left in your mouth, and C, don't break your legs when you jump off the ladder that he's currently stood on. Train's coming, let's find out what happens. Spoiler alert, if it's the opening scene of Saw film, we know what happens. Very interesting. Nobody say I like trains. For starters, okay, yes, I said it looked a bit indie, a little bit, not amateur, but it's been filmed in a way that someone who might have just have its first big budget film and don't really know how to properly do it just yet, how to handle it. So it's a bit, it's still trying to hold on to the aesthetic of the original Saw and that, and all the other films that came after it. Am I looking forward to watching Spiral? Yes, I think you can't really judge a Saw film based on the opening scene, especially with the fact that this is the reboot of the franchise, and that could work. That really could work. I'm just a little afraid that they're going to lend themselves too much to the originals. Now, as I've already said, it already looks like the bad guys in this are the copycats of Saw. That's why it's called Spiral, from the Book of Saw. This is just straight up copycat. I don't think it's one person on their own. I think it's multiple. Like that first one, it was a good concept, bad execution. As I already said, if he ripped out his tongue, he's either going to choke on his blood, he's going to choke on whatever tongue's left in his mouth, or he's going to break his legs when he jumps off, and he's not even going to beat the train, he's just going to get deaded. Now, as we've already seen in the trailers, our copycats are targeting cops. So if they're targeting cops, they're going to give them very little chance to get out. So it's that slim margin. Whereas with Jigsaw, it was you can cut your leg off and leave, or you stay in, you rot, you starve, you die. Or with Amanda's first one, it was either you get the key out to this guy, or this thing's going to close on your face and kill you. Whereas this one, it's basically you rip your tongue out and hope for the fucking best. But it looks good. It does look good. Okay, I did say it looked a bit amateur and a little bit indie, but again, they're rebooting the franchise. Try new things. I'm not mocking the way the TV looks, because obviously it's copycats, so they gotta simulate it all. But it looks good. It looks good. I would highly recommend anyone check out Spiral from the Book of Saw when it comes out. Just make sure you support it, because it does look good. If it's not a good film, don't blame me, make your own choices. My question is, when are they going to reboot Nightmare on Elm Street? That's been talked about quite a while. They keep talking about, oh, they're going to reboot Friday the 13th as well. And I've made a point in one of my previous videos, the next film, that is the Friday the 13th, will actually be the 13th film in Friday the 13th franchise. So how have they not jumped at that chance, just to make 13 the next Friday? Or something like that. But yes, that was Spiral from the Book of Saw's opening scene. If you haven't seen it before, link will be in the description, check it out down below. Thank you so much for checking out this reaction to it, and let's call it analysis, because I'm not just sat here going, huh, spooky, that was interesting, bye. But until next time, this has been ALynchMedia. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like, comment down below, subscribe if you haven't already, because when you subscribe, you'll never miss the next time I check out the latest shit. that comes from films. If you have any suggestions or what you want me to watch, comment down below, and I'll catch you next time.